Hello and welcome to class. Today we're going to be doing a front splits stretching class. This class is meant to be done at the end of the night or after you finish all of your activity because it will be more of a static stretching class. But yeah, my name is Corinne Irene, in case you don't know. Please like and subscribe, it would mean the world to me, and let's get started. Also, I'm not going to play music over my videos just so that you can enjoy the music that you actually enjoy. So we're going to start standing. And I know you can't see my arms when I reach overhead, but just, use your imagination. I have a small space and this was the best camera angle that I could figure out. So we're going to start by reaching our arms up towards the ceiling, extending through your fingertips as much as possible, reaching as high as you can. And then as you exhale, we're going to reach down towards the floor, relaxing down. And again, reaching up towards the ceiling, extending and reaching, and then relax and reach down. And reach up again. You can either have your feet parallel and together or parallel and slightly apart. Again, relax and reach down. One last time. Reaching up, extend, and then relax and reach down. I'm going to walk my feet slightly apart, but it's up to you what you do with yours. Just relaxing through the back of your neck, taking slight sways side to side, front to back. Maybe shake your head yes and no to really relax out through your neck. And then at the bottom here, you're just going to grab the backs of your ankles or the backs of your legs or the front of your ankle, wherever you want. And we're just going to take slight bounces down. So we're really just working into stretching out our hamstrings. As you do this, it shouldn't be painful. You're not working to extend past your ability. You're just warming up your muscles a little bit. This is my favorite way to warm up before a class as well. I find these like bouncing stretches just feel amazing. And then from here we're going to come into a flat back and round forward. Again, flat back and round forward. One more time, flat back and round forward. From here, walk your hands out in front of you and your feet behind you. We're going to come down into a down dog. As you do this, I want you to think about lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling, pressing your heels down towards the floor, and just extending through your armpits. You can bring your gaze to your ankles or your belly button, whatever feels best for you. And taking as much or as little movement as feels good in your body, so maybe swaying slightly side to side, or maybe staying stationary, whatever is best for you. And then bringing your left foot into the middle, like standing straight on your left leg. We're going to lift our right leg up and back behind you, starting by keeping your hips square. And then again, we're going to do little bounces. So just bouncing your leg up at the top. And then you can open up through your hips and bend that knee behind. Oh my gosh. Bend that knee behind you. And then just bring your hips back square. And bring that right foot in between your hands, coming into a lunge. We're going to set our back knee down. From here, reaching up towards the ceiling, pressing your hips forward, open through your chest. And then extend back, straightening through your front leg, bringing your weight into your back leg, coming into like a half split. Again, reaching forward, open your chest, and bring your weight back into your left leg, extend your right leg out in front of you. Again, reaching up and forward, and extending back. And I know that I said that this is a static stretching class, and we're doing a lot of dynamic stretching. Come back forward, but it's just nice to warm up in a more dynamic way before you just jump into static stretching. And then coming back. From here, you're going to sit all the way back onto, bringing your left butt cheek onto your left heel. and just reach forward, relaxing into the stretch. You might want to bring a pillow or a block or something underneath your right butt cheek. And if this hurts your knee in any way, just swing that left leg around and just come into a regular forward fold. So while you're here, really trying to relax the back of your neck, release any tension you may be holding on to. We're going to stay here for a while, just really relaxing and releasing. So just breathing deeply into any areas that you're feeling tension. Slowly going a little bit deeper. And while you're down here, really try not to be coming out and in and out and in. You're really relaxing deeper, staying in the stretch, relaxing the back of your neck. You should feel a pretty intense stretch while you're here. If you're feeling any pain, then back off. I feel like most dancers and just people in general know the difference between pain and the sensation of stretching. So you will feel the sensation of stretching, and it will get pretty intense when you're doing static stretching. But yeah, just listen to your body. Don't sit in pain. But eventually when you're doing static stretching, you'll be there for a while and you'll start to feel your muscles just release and open and literally be stretching longer. And it feels so nice. So just keep holding it here. I'll just be quiet for a while and you can just enjoy the stretch. While you're here, you might want to stay completely still, but it might feel nice for you to take slight movements. So it's not nearly as big as the movements that we made in the beginning with the elastic stretching, but we're just taking very small movements, only if that feels good for you. And then when you feel ready, slowly starting to roll up through your spine, rocking your weight back forward into that right leg. We're going to press our left hip flexor down towards the floor. And then from here, just bring your hands up towards your right thigh. Really think about squaring off through your hips, lifting up through the front of your pelvis, and then sending your hip flexor, your hips forward. If you want a little bit more into your hip flexor, you can start to open up through your chest. And maybe it might feel nice to put some blocks down on the ground so that you can set your weight back. And then from here, walking your hands back forward. We're going to come down into our full split. So keeping your hips as square as possible, only coming down as far as feels good in your body. Again, it might feel kind of nice to put some blocks or a pillow or something underneath your hips so that you can relax fully into wherever you are in your split. We'll just hold this for a moment. I like to flex and stretch my foot out in front of me. It just plays a little bit with the tension that you feel in your hamstring, and also it's just something nice to do. And then slowly starting to set your weight over onto your right hip, crossing your legs out in front of you, standing back up. We're going to come back into our down dog. So while you're here, I again want you to think about lifting your sit bones up towards the ceiling, lengthening through your armpits, reaching your heels down towards the floor, and just noticing the difference you're feeling between your two legs. And then when you're ready, starting to lift your left leg up and back behind you, keeping your hips square. And then again, while we're here, we're going to pulse that leg up. Keeping your hips square as you do this. And then opening your hips up, bending that knee behind you, and then straightening back into a squared off hip with a stretched leg. Stepping that left leg in between your hands, coming into your lunge, and setting your back knee down. From here, opening up through the front of your chest, press your hips down and forward. And then sending your weight into your right leg, stretching your front leg out in front of you and folding forward into your half split. And then again, hips forward, lifting up, opening, and send your hips back. As you send your hips back, try and keep them square instead of opening up. Again, rocking forward and lifting, and rock back and straighten. Again, forward, and press back, lifting up and forward, and pressing down and back. And just staying in your half split for a moment before you start to send your weight back. So again, taking any modifications that you may need, maybe setting a block underneath your left sit bone or a pillow, or maybe just bringing both legs forward into a forward fold. So once again, we're just going to hang out here for a while, really relaxing and releasing. I'm starting with some just slow, simple movement side to side. I just think it feels really nice. But you can stay static if that's what you need. Again, trying to relax through the back of your neck. And once again, trying to release as much tension as possible. Really relaxing while you're here. And trying to stay in the stretch as long as you're only feeling a stretching sensation. There, again, should be no pain. I really love doing extended forward folds because I feel like the stretching sensation always starts in my hamstring, but then I get this really cool feeling in the bottom of my foot. I feel like it's really interesting to feel the stretch going all the way down the back of your leg to your foot. It just feels so nice. What I really love about these single leg hamstring stretches over having two legs out in front of you is that it really forces you to stretch just that one leg. I find that most people have uneven flexibility. So you might have your right splits and not your left splits, or maybe your right splits are closer or your left splits are closer. My right leg my right hamstring is much more flexible than my left hamstring. So when I have both legs forward in a forward fold, I unconsciously just go a little bit more towards my right leg to alleviate the pressure off of my left leg. And then all you're doing is just perpetuating the uneven flexibility instead of fixing it. So doing something like this really makes it so that you're focusing the same amount of effort on both legs. If you have one leg that's less flexible than the other one, you might actually benefit from spending more time on that one. I find that we reinforce our uneven ability in dance so often. Like if you're better turning to the right, you just continue turning to the right, or turning on your right leg, you just practice turns on your right leg because it feels better. We do that with do that with stretches too. If you're more flexible in your right split, you're more likely to put a right split into your solo, or ask the choreo to accentuate your right splits because it's nice, it feels nice, it looks nice. And then we practice that a lot more. So I think it's really important to consciously try and practice the things that we aren't excelling at as well, and do the sides that we maybe falter in a little bit more, because it's such a flex to have evenness throughout your body as a dancer, and it's obviously much more healthy for your body in the long term too, to not have patterns that reinforce uneven flexibility or strength. So we're going to slowly roll up out of that. Rock your weight forward. We're going to come into our hip flexor stretch. So once again, just starting by pressing your hips down towards the floor. And then bringing both hands onto your left thigh, squaring off through your hips, lifting up through the front of your pelvis, sending your hips down towards the floor, and then maybe thinking about opening up through your chest a little bit. It just helps to stretch a little bit deeper into that hip flexor. If you have something to hold on to on the floor beside you, it feels really nice to let your hands come down. And then rolling back up, stretching out your front leg. We're going to come down into our square splits. So again, only go as deep as feels good for you. I'm just going to hold this here for just a few moments. Again, maybe flexing and stretching through that foot, articulating through the foot if it feels good for you. I filmed another video today about strengthening your feet, so if I have it uploaded already, I'll link that somewhere below. If not, then it should be uploaded right away. It's probably by the time you're watching this, it probably will be, so go check that out. Really good at strengthening your feet, just getting better balance and higher demi points, stronger ankles. Okay. And then once again, just rocking your weight onto your left hip, sending your right leg out in front of you. Just going to slowly rock side to side. Send your weight back onto your hands, bending your knees up in front of you with your feet on the floor, sending both of your knees over to the right, back to center and to the left, and center, right, to the center, and to the left. Okay, that is all for class today. I really hope that you enjoyed. I wanted to keep this class pretty short, so if you want a longer class, I will definitely film one as soon as possible. I wanted to give you guys some options, so if you just want a short class to do every evening to get your splits a lot faster, this is a really good option for you. But I will have another longer option coming out soon. I'm also planning on filming some middle splits tutorials soon. But anyway, I hope that you really enjoyed the class. Please like and subscribe. If you did, it would mean the world to me. It just would be great. And if you have any other classes that you want to see, please give me some suggestions below. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and yeah, thank you so much. Bye.